good morning everyone. My name is Niputra Nudiantasya and I'm 24C Management with NPM 244111075. And in this video, I would like to discuss a topic that is highly relevant to all of us, not only in business and organization but also in our daily life. The topic is risk management in everyday life, managing risks before they become problems. When people hear the term risk management, many immediately think about large corporations, insurance companies, banks, or complex business operation. However, the reality is that risk management is something we practice almost every day, whether we realize it or not. Every decision we make carries some level of risk. From choosing where to study, managing our finance, traveling, starting a business, or even positioning something on social media. There is always uncertainty inflow. Because of that, understanding risk management is becoming increasingly important in today's world. Become discussing further, let us first understand what risk actually means. In general, risk refers to the possibility that an event or situation may occur and negatively affect the achievement of our goals. Dalam bahasa Indonesia, risiko dapat diartikan sebagai kemungkinan terjadinya sesuatu peristiwa yang dapat menimbulkan kerugian atau menghambat pencapaian tujuan yang telah ditetapkan. However, risk does not always mean something negative. Sometimes risk can also create opportunities. For example, starting a business involves financial risk, but it may also create opportunities for profit and personal growth. Therefore, risk should not always be avoided. Instead, it should be understood, analyzed, and managed properly. This is where risk management becomes important. Risk management is the process of identifying, assessing, controlling, and monitoring risks to minimize and potential loss and maximize opportunities. Dengan kata lain, manajemen risiko itu adalah upaya sistematis untuk mengenali risiko yang mungkin terjadi dan mengambil langkah-langkah yang tepat untuk menghadapinya. Many people think that risk management is only necessary for large organizations. In reality, everyone can benefit from risk management, including students. As university students, we face various types of risks every day. For example, academic risk, financial risk, health risk, and even reputational risk. Let us begin with academic risk. One common academic risk among students is procrastination. Many students delay assignment until the deadline is very close. At first, this may seem harmless, but it can create significant consequences such as lower grades, stress, poor performance, and lack of sleep. From a risk management perspective, procrastination is a risk that can be identified and controlled. On possible strategy is creating a study schedule, setting priorities, and completing assessment gradually rather than waiting until the last minute. Another example is financial risk. Many students receive monthly allowance from their parents or guardians, however, without proper financial planning. Money can run out before the end of the month. This situation can create stress and financial difficulty. Risk management teaches us to anticipate the possibility by creating a budget, tracking expense, and avoiding and ensuring spending through this simple action. Financially, risk can be reduced significantly, and health risk in another important area. As students, we often focus heavily on academic responsibilities and sometimes neglect our health. Lack of sleep, unhealthy eating habits, stress, and insurance, physically activity can increase health risk. To manage this risk, individual can adopt healthier lifestyle, maintain balanced nutrition, exercise regularly, and allocate sufficient time for rest. The COVID-19 pandemic also taught us valuable lessons about risk management. Many people and organizations were not fully prepared for such a measure. Description as a result, business closed, economic activities slowed down, and many aspects of daily life changed dramatically. This situation demonstrates the importance of preparedness, flexibility, and contingency planning. It shows that risk management is not merely a theoretical concept, but a practical necessity. Now, let us discuss the main step in the risk management process. The first step is risk identification. Risk identification means recognizing potential threats or uncertainties that may affect our objective. Sebelum mengelola risiko, itu kita harus mengetahui terlebih dahulu risiko apa yang bakal mungkin terjadi nantinya. For example, if a student plans to organize an event, possible risk may include the low attendance, budget shortage, technical issue, or scheduling conflict. Nah, the second step is risk assessment. After identifying risk, we need to evaluate their likelihood and potential impact. Jadi sebelum kita mengidentifikasi risiko itu, kita tuh harus evaluasi dulu gitu. Beberapa risiko itu memiliki kemungkinan kecil tetapi dampaknya besar. Nah, sedangkan risiko lainnya itu mungkin sering terjadi tetapi dampaknya relatif kecil. Through risk assessment, we can determine which risks require immediate attention. And the third step is risk response. At this stage, actions are taken to address identified risks. There are several common stages. The first strategy is risk avoidance. That means eliminating activities that create uncertainty risk. The second strategy is risk reduction. This involves taking action to reduce either the probability or impact of a risk. The third strategy is risk transfer. For example, insurance transfer keratin financial risk to an insurance provider. The fourth strategy is risk assessment. Some risks are relevant, minor, and may simply be achieved while preparing appropriate response if they occur. That's all my presentation. Thanks for watching and see you.